Hey there, evolutionaries. Today I wanted to give you what's called a public service announcement, because there are things that when I'm in discussions with people from around the world, that there are considerations that they don't really think about. And because I have the opportunity where I can see energy and I understand the dynamics, because I watch the energy feed back and forth between people and watching energy move from a healer into the body that they're working on, I've got a very unique perspective. And so this is really an awareness that I wanted to share with you for those of you who want to have a reading, that want to have healing work, energetic healing work done on you. I highly recommend, because for me personally, I would never do this. I would never have anyone work on me or do a reading on me or for me that has had the V, period. Absolutely bar none, because once they've been and had the V, they now have been scrambled. Their energies have been scrambled. And besides the point that if they are truly a healer, why would they have ever taken the V? It doesn't make sense, because if they truly knew God, if they truly were connected to Source, then they would have no fear. They, because they took the V, feared man more than they feared God. So in other words, they were fallen into this realm of low, disharmonic, demonic energy, which betrayed them, which they never really were walking in the light. Or maybe they were at some point and had a decision to make, and that decision altered the timeline and for this life that they are in now, which put them into a completely different spectrum of energy. So my point is, if a healer, an energetic healer, Reiki or whatever, took the V, then they are no longer connected to God, period. And this is like not some great secret. I mean, I've known this for a while, but now it's actually coming out. It is coming out in public. Even there's traditional medical doctors talking about this. As a matter of fact, there are doctors now that have recommended the V in other countries that are now being prosecuted under the Nuremberg trial because of the atrocities. Same thing that happened in Nazi Germany. This V is devastating and is absolutely damaging. It is really a greater, bigger pandemic threat to the human civilization than the corona ever was. It's kind of crazy to me that someone who pretends, or claims, I should say, to walk in the light of God, walk in the light of Source, would take something that is demonic. Because we know it is demonic. We know that the ingredients in the V are just, it's just shocking that, I mean, even if you read the label, I mean, seriously, I mean, it's got aborted fetal tissues in it. It has HIV virus in it. It has Luciferian D. Not Luciferian D, Luciferian D. Yeah, can you, that should say enough. So, well, what is Luciferian D, Joe? Well, it's a crystal, it's a salt crystal. But just like anything, like any crystal, it can be programmed. And the salt crystals within the V have actually been programmed with disharmonic, demonic type of programming. It also has software code. Now, this is the first V, or therapy for any type of illness, that has ever had software code. Why does it have software code? Well, it has software code to power the nanobots, the nanotechnology that is inside of the V. What does that mean? It means that they now have the ability to upload the entire consciousness, the entire emotions, every biometric, heartbeat, blood rate, this, that, everything from the person who has this nano dust, these particulate intelligence within them, and upload that into the cloud. Now, and then they track you, obviously. They know everything about you. But that's not the worst part. So the worst part is they tweak, just like any software code, your consciousness, if you will. Think about it as a cymatic sound wave. And this cymatic wave, if you tweak it in a certain way, you've now distorted this cymatic wave. And so this now is out of tune, out of resonance, and is in resonance with demonic entities. And this is really important for everyone to recognize. So it's not just a matter of tracking. It's a matter of uploading your consciousness, tweaking it, making it more aligned with the lower realms, if you get my hint or drift, and then they re-download it through the nanotechnology that is now in your body. So when the CDC talks about the zombie apocalypse coming, and they have this on their website, they've had this on their website for years, they're not kidding, because they have now actually stolen, taken over the consciousness, overwritten what you, as a people that have taken this this demonic V, and it's going to take you over. And so, but this isn't about them. This is actually about you. Those that have not taken it, those that want to go beyond and have some good spiritual work done. Never, I can only speak for me. I would never in a million years let someone energetically work on me that I know is now possessed by demonic forces, that I know now has been taken over by software code in their body. And I've seen this happen. I've seen and watched the distortion of energies in people that have been V'd, and those before they were V'd. And not only can you notice the energies and the changes in their auric structure, their light structure, you can also notice, just for anyone, the dramatic changes in personalities. I mean, I've seen people that are very loving go absolutely crazy and become mean and ornery, and ornery is a Texas word. I'm in Texas. So mean and they can't control themselves. Why? It's because they're being re-engineered from the inside out. This is something that is incredibly dangerous. So from my heart to yours, just be very, very cautious of who you let work on you. And don't let any doctor talk you into taking it. Like I mentioned, there are already doctors being tried and charged under the Nuremberg Code for crimes against humanity. And this is something that is beyond the scope of what most humans can comprehend. They can't comprehend because they can't see into the etheric. They can't see into the spiritual realms. They can't see and stand face to face, toe to toe with Lucifer. They would cave and collapse because they don't have the spiritual. And again, anyone that has taken the V is not walking in the light. And that's my opinion. I know some really good people that took it, and I was like just shocked, absolutely decimated, because I cared for these people, and it's like, what are you thinking? I mean, I'm like, I love you. I'll probably never talk to them again. But I love them, and I will send them love. So just from my heart to yours, just be very cautious with who you allow in your space. And I'm talking energetically. It's already been proven. Dr. Tenpenny and others have done various videos on just being in the physical presence, like a pregnant woman, of somebody that has been V'd, and they have a miscarriage. Why? It's because the nanotechnology that is embedded now in the body is producing a harmonic. And that harmonic is disrupting the energetic fields of all people around them. And of course, when you get into the mobile 5G type stuff, that actually amplifies the nanotechnology, the nanobots, the nano dust that is now embedded in the body. And of course, we can go down a rabbit hole and talk about Morgellons disease and some other things which are really scary. Morgellons is actually an artificial intelligence, ET, off-world virus that was brought here. Anyway, that's getting too far out there for this episode. My main point is that be ultra cautious who you let into your space, who you let work on you. And I'm not saying don't love them. Love them. Send them love. Send them all the love that you can muster, because they will need it in order to fight off the demonic forces that have now are hibernating and growing, cocooning inside of their physical body to take possession of their soul. So yes, pray for them, love them. And that's it. And I love you guys, and I hope you take this message to heart, because this is the true epic battle between good and evil. And good wins, but like any war, there's casualties. And I want every one of you to join me at the end of this epic spiritual war to celebrate the coming of the kingdom of God here on earth. Well, we, as warriors, spiritual carriers of the God force, the illuminated spark of God here on earth, carry this forward so that we are able to work in the light in order to save as many as we can. I'm Joe Heller. I love you guys. Leave comments. And I look forward to seeing you and talking to you again soon. Much love. Bye-bye.